Whoa, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? So welcome to a hot, spicy barbecue day video today. I'm sitting next to a barbecue here. And that tells me I need to do barbecue today, baby. With some margaritas and martinis. So, ninth lord in the 11th house. What happens when ninth lord is in the 11th house? And as always, if you do not know where your ninth lord is placed, where your the lord through houses are, for that check out the links here and check out my full astrological report and my book Astrology, Conjunction and Aspects at the Speed of Light. So, ninth house represents religion, spirituality, higher learning, philosophical learning, your teachers, your gurus, post-grad education, university settings like, PhD, LSD, MBA, doctorate degree, all sorts of degree that'll give you a high. And ninth house also represents law. It represents long distance journeys. And so what happens when the planet that is controlling the ninth house with its sign, it's sitting in the 11th house? Well, 11th house is what? 11th house is a most important house regarding how much money you're going to get in this life, how much gain you're going to get in this life, because 11th house is a house of profits and gains. How good are your gains? How much are you getting? One person might be making $20,000 being a mortgage broker. The other person is making $200,000 being a mortgage broker. It all depends on their 11th house, okay? Now, 11th house also represents your network circles, like the people that you meet through your work, people that help you gain in life. It also represents your elder sibling. And 11th house is, in a way, also known as a house of foreign lands. But it only becomes a house of foreign lands when you have a planet in bad dignity there. It shows that gains will come through foreign lands. But 11th house is mainly regarding gains and network circles. It's regarding large organization, being in a large group setting, large corporations. So when ninth lord goes into the 11th house, first of all, this creates a dhan yoga. Yoga for wealth. Now, what kind of wealth? Well, it shows one will gain in this life through higher education. One will gain in this life through their teachers, their network circles. This person, because ninth house represents everything esoteric and religious and philosophical and spiritual, shows these kind of people love being part of spiritual organization, religious organizations. Their gain in life comes through being part of spiritual organizations. Like when you hear things like in astrology, like somebody who may have a combination of gaining through opening up temples, opening up religious and spiritual organizations, that is represented by this combination. Either ninth lord in the 11th house or 12th lord in the 11th house can show somebody who goes out and opens up large organizations regarding spirituality. Like Wayne Dyer. Wayne Dyer does this. And if I'm not mistaken, I think his ninth lord is in the 11th house. And so your entire philosophical approach to life, your religious approach to life is always molded by the network and the group that you're with. And you're the kind of person who needs to be in a group in order to gain higher philosophical knowledge. And you're this kind of person who wants to be part of a close-knit group and discuss these things. So people who are in secret societies are also seen with this kind of a position. Like they like to have a group that discusses higher philosophy, and they do not want to let other people in unless they have the same belief system. They gain through opening up, different organizations related to religion and spirituality. So that's something, that is very beneficial on this part. The more they do these spiritual and religious activities, the more they will gain in their life, the more their sense of belonging in this world will increase by being part of a large organization. Shows that you can also be a advisor, a counselor in a large corporation. And because ninth house represents law, you gain through law. Whether you winning through a court case, which is to do with law, you advising a large corporation regarding law. I actually just did a career consultation last night of somebody who had ninth lord in the 11th house, and they're attorney in a large corporation, especially because their second house also lord was in the 11th house. And so this is how you see these things. Now, depending upon what planet is controlling the ninth house and sitting in the 11th house, may give you different results, may give you different situations. So let's discuss that. So let's say if Sun controls your ninth house and Sun goes into the 11th house, what this shows is that you like being part of a network circle that can actually increase your ego, self-esteem, and confidence. Shows that especially if your Sun is between 7 to 12 degrees, especially in this kind of degree, shows that somebody wants to join a large group, an organization, to feel wanted, to feel needed, to feel that their ego has been established. Their confidence rises only when they're being appreciated by a group of people. And especially for these kind of people, they would do much better working in a private sector than in a government sector. And as much as this shows law, this can actually take a person in a field against the law, meaning that they do get into some trouble regarding maybe they cheated in their university, maybe they cheated some people in a religious organization, and through that they get into trouble with the law. It happens. Just because you have it doesn't mean it's going to happen to you, because this requires a lot more analysis. But a debilitated Sun shows somebody who doesn't have the self-esteem, and whose self-esteem will only rise if they were to get appreciation, and they might do a lot of shenanigans to get that appreciation from other people. But creatively, this person is very good. If Sun is in the late degrees or in their 20th degrees of Libra, shows one will gain a lot of spiritual and a lot of artistic knowledge through a group setting. Let's say Moon controls your ninth house, Moon goes into the 11th house. Shows that one is keen to develop relationships and network circles with people who are very detail oriented, who are perhaps attorneys, who are in the healthcare field, who want to take care of themselves, and this person's higher philosophy and higher religious activities really depends upon how they mentally connect to their group, how they connect to people in healthcare field. So this is one of the great positions for somebody to be in a group setting where they're doing healing. And shows that your elder brother, for Sun and Moon, can both show that you may gain through your elder brother emotionally, or your elder brother may damage your ego. Like your Sun was in the 11th house, shows that your elder brother might have more education than you, and because of that they kind of put you down all the time, and through that your ego and self-esteem gets hurt. So, and that's where you can probably do something to your elder brother and get into trouble with the law. Shit like that happens. Let's say if Mercury controls the ninth house and Mercury goes into the 11th house, shows one will love to communicate and give speeches into large organizations regarding law, philosophy, religion, any kind of higher learning. These people make great advisors, like motivational advisors in the large corporations. These people can also be very good at teaching esoteric science to people, like astrology. They're the people who like to join groups in secret societies. They like to communicate about the hidden things in the world in a large group setting. And they gain through these things as well. So like good example would be somebody like David Icke. who likes to be part of groups and settings and organizations that have to do with all the secrets of the world and trying to expose the secrets of the world. Let's say if Venus controls your 9th house, and then Venus goes into the 11th house, shows that your interaction with the group settings and network circles will be mainly with females. You're going to be meeting your wife, because for a man, Venus represents a wife. You're going to be meeting a wife in a religious setting, in a group. Perhaps you went to some religious or spiritual group, and that's where you met your wife the first time. Because Venus is ruling the 9th house of higher philosophy, especially if it rules it with a smooth Trikona sign and goes into the 11th house. Yeah, you will meet your wife through a network circle in a very higher philosophical and religious group. Let's say, and then also it shows that your ability to form relationships need to have a higher meaning, need to have a higher philosophical and spiritual meaning. Like, you will not just form friendships with people just because. They need to have a lot of spiritual and love for traveling and knowledge. And especially with Venus here, shows one loves to travel and meet different groups of people. And one gains through their wife in this position. One gains through a wife who's highly educated. Let's say if Mars controls your 9th house, goes into the 11th house, can show somebody who can become an attorney for a large corporation. Somebody who becomes a very dignified CEO and a CFO of some company, who is able to take care of things, who's able to control a large group and be a general to them. These are the people who can actually make law teachers, law professors. And Mars, being the 9th or the 11th house, can definitely make somebody an athlete who gains through physical athletics, because from the 11th house, Mars aspects the 5th house, and I've seen quite a few, more than a few athletes with their Mars ruling the 11th house, or in the 11th house or the 9th house ruler, because your higher philosophical self really goes into your physical activity. Can show really good bankers, aggressive bankers, investment banking can be seen with this kind of a Mars. And one will definitely gain through government and law. Perhaps you became a general in the army, and you gain through following a strict law and strict procedure in life. Let's say Jupiter controls your 9th house. Jupiter goes into the 11th house, shows one definitely gains through knowledge and higher knowledge. One will go out and open up spiritual organizations, temples, and will want to bring a large group of people together for a benefit of the society. However, these people also make good financial analysts, good, good financial brokers. These are the people who may use higher knowledge to gain through stock market, to gain through marketplace. They are highly capable of gaining a lot, massive amounts through their network circle. So all around, this is a very good Jupiter to have. Like, these people, especially in Jupiter Mahadasha, if Jupiter is not afflicted through other planets or through its degrees, can show massive amount of gains, especially in the field of law, religion, spirituality, philosophy, finance, money, banking, okay? And shows that your elder brother or elder sister is a guru to you. They become this person who you look up to all the time, and you always want to do better than them because you feel that they are the greatest things in the world. Let's say Saturn controls your 9th house. Saturn goes into the 11th house, shows you either will be making a great lawyer, judge, you will be gaining through traveling and doing business of iron, coal, steel, petroleum, or you may get duped by religious or spiritual teachers or your own professors. Shows that you may not gain much from higher learning. You will gain more from going out there in the world, in the realistic world, and doing something. Shows that here Saturn can actually get in a group of settings or group of people who may actually take money from this person. You perhaps are part of some drug dealer, some gang member. You know, you're part of a very very malefic group where you may get cheated and you may cheat other people. And because Saturn also looks at your ascendant, shows it can impact your health, your physical self, if you know Saturn is in a certain sign and dignity, especially if it's controlling the sign of Aquarius with the 9th house. So you know, these people should be very careful not doing anything against the law, not going against the law. Yet at the same time, they make great athletes, they make great police officers, they make great, you know, people who are able to be in charge of a like great managers, pretty much very routine managers who are able to do all the administrative tasks of the corporation or even government through their higher knowledge. Like HR people is actually a very strong indication with this and Mercury. Okay, so guys, this is my analysis of 9th Lord in the 11th house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know where your 9th Lord is placed and where your other planetary placements are, for that check out the links here and check out my options on this website. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye bye.